Chapter 51. Taking it public. Lydia. Once again, I wake up in Wes' arms. A wave of happiness washes over me as I turn off the alarm, and I can't stop smiling as he hugs me closer. "Good morning," I say, and he mumbles a reply against my neck. I want to stay in bed all day. But we both have classes. So I take a moment to enjoy the feeling of his body against mine, then I squirm out of his grip. He makes a disappointed sound as he tries to catch me. "You have class." And so do I. I move away from the bed, because I really want to get back under the blanket with him. He sighs and sits up. I find something to wear and pull it on. I don't want to be late for class. Because I've realized how much I want a career, and I'm done fucking up my future. I watch his muscles as he pulls on his clothes. There's a drawer in my dresser that I don't use much. I wonder if he would want to keep some things here. I blink and blush. It's too soon for that. I'm not going to scare him away. This is all too new. Instead, I rush out to brush my teeth. He walks me all the way to class. "Won't you be late?" I ask and glance at the surrounding people. I'm walking my girl to class. He's holding my hand. As we get to the more populated part of campus, I try to pull my hand away. But he won't let me. He holds on tightly, and I can't help but smile. He wants everyone to see. "I'm in here," I say and point to the Endman building. I'm thinking he'll leave me there and head to his own class, but he just holds the door open for me. So we walk in together. My class is in a room off the main lobby. So I take him to the door and stop. "You're here." I nod. Everyone is looking at us. He stands in front of me and puts a hand on my cheek, guiding my face toward his. "You want to have lunch together after class?" "Sure." My stomach flips. "You know people will see us, right?" He laughs. "I'm counting on it." "And they'll talk." "Then let's give them something to talk about." He leans in and our lips meet. I stiffen at first. There's a lot of people around us. But his lips are soft and enticing and his hands on my hips keep me safe, so I give in. "I think people know now," I say as our lips part and he leans his forehead against mine. "Good. The world should know you're mine." I have to head inside. People are walking past us, and the lobby is emptying. He gives me a last peck on my lips. "See you in a bit." And then he smiles that smile that makes me warm and excited. I quickly pull away from him, so I'm not tempted to stay. As I take my place, I can see people glancing my way and whispering. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, but if it doesn't bother Wes, then it shouldn't bother me. The only reason people are talking is because it's new. I'm sure by tomorrow they will have moved on to talk about something else. When class is over, I'm not sure what we discussed. I have some notes, but no idea if they make sense. Wes is already waiting for me when I get out. "How did you get here so quickly?" I wrinkle my brow at him. He shrugs. "I told you I'd be here." He's serious. And my stomach does a happy dance at the thought of him always being there when he says he will. I reach out for him. "How was your class?" I ask. He takes my hand, and I try to chat about normal, everyday things as we walk to the cafeteria. It's not enough to distract me from the surprised looks we're getting. I get a salad with chicken and pomegranate. Wes gets pasta bolognese. I hold my tray and look for a place to sit. "Over there." Wes points to a table where his hockey friends are sitting. I hesitate. "Are you sure?" He frowns at me. "Is something wrong?" "They don't like me." I study my food. I've heard them say things. Wes goes white then red. "You're my girlfriend now. If anyone says a single word you don't like, I will kick their ass." I can see the ferocity in his face. Hear it in his voice. "You didn't stop them before." His face falls and he gapes at me. "I overheard them once in the den. They said things about me, and you didn't stop them." Or at the party. It won't happen again. He steadies his tray in one hand and puts the other on my arm. I swear I never thought those things about you. And I wanted to beat them senseless whenever they spoke of you. It was all I could do not to lash out. I had to bite my tongue, or I would have confessed my love to you there and then. He stands in front of me, not caring that we're blocking the path. Please forgive me. I nod. I might have said some not so nice things about you to Trisha and Prez, so I guess I can't judge you too harshly. His hand goes to the back of my head, and he pulls me closer so he can kiss my temple. We can talk more about it later, and I promise I will make it up to you. Okay. I take a deep breath and turn toward the table with the hockey players. They're pretending not to stare at us. Let's go sit down. He smiles at me and leads the way. When he stops in front of 2 empty chairs, everyone is looking at him. This is Lydia, my girlfriend. He puts extra emphasis on the last word. One player raises his fingers to a bruise on his cheek. They all greet me as I sit down. I relax a little as Wes takes my hand under the table. He introduces the people around the table, most of them I already know but have never spoken to. They're polite enough. JD, the captain, asks me questions and seems to at least make an effort to get to know me. Mostly, I'm just immensely glad I was never into hockey boys before, so I haven't slept with any of them. I'll walk you to your next class, Wes says as the others start leaving. Don't you have to get to practice? I ask. Then I still. He stares at me and I curse myself under my breath. You know when I have practice? He sounds surprised. I flush. I probably shouldn't tell him that I spent way too much time trying to figure out when he had hockey throughout the weeks. So I give him a small shrug and try to scoop up the last of the pomegranate seeds from my salad. He swallows and clears his throat. You know I spend a lot of time with hockey, right? I wrinkle my brow. I know. Like a lot of time. Yes. Are you okay with that? What are you asking me? Because I know how important hockey is for you. And you won't be mad when practice runs late, or we can't go out because I have an away game? Why would I be mad? I tilt my head at him. It dawns on me. Oh, because Chloe was. It's a lot, especially if you're not used to it. It's not only hockey practice on the ice. I know. I say. You have to go to the gym and do mobility training, and you have to make sure you eat right and stretch and recover. He looks stunned. I was pretty into cheerleading, remember? I even thought about going pro for a while. Maybe you're going to have to show me some moves later. He raises an eyebrow. Maybe I will, I say and lean up for a kiss. I get up and grab my tray, and he follows suit. Practice might run late today. And I have a project I need to work on afterwards. I have quite a bit of work to do as well, I say and try not to sound too disappointed as I put my tray away. Maybe I can come over and we can study together. My heart jumps. You really think we'd be able to get anything done? We could think of some sort of reward system. We leave the cafeteria, and he takes my hand again. I guess so. It's going to be an interesting rest of the year. And perhaps rest of my life. Now all I have to do is convince Ellie to let me have a dog in the apartment. I think some time and possibly a few more visits from Max will do the trick. Because I have no plans to leave Max with Chloe. Not when I can see how worried Wes is for her. But I'd like for that to be my little surprise for him. I glance up at the man walking by my side, and I know everything will work out. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed Just a Pucking Prank, the first book about the UNI Lions. Keep an eye out for Just a Pucking Grumpy Goalie, that's all about Brick and Cat. Cat wants to lose her V-card, and Brick is convinced he'll never find a woman who will accept him for who he is and all the wild stuff he wants in the bedroom. Little does he know that Cat has been lured into the world of spicy romance books and is eager to try some things out. Reviews are super important to indie authors, so please consider leaving one on Goodreads or Amazon.